I remember going to a Phillies game and they do like dollar dog night and they shoot the hot dogs out of a cannon, but it's not a foolproof system. Almost like 1 out of every 2 hot dogs sheds from the paper. So there's just a loose wiener flying through the air, which is funny. You see people getting hit with it.
No one likes a loose wiener.
No.
There are many topics and concepts we are all familiar with, but aren't necessarily sure how they work. Each week I present a guest with a surprise topic and ask them to try their best to explain it. This is Explaining Things.
Welcome back to another episode of Explaining Things. As always, I have a guest comic with me who's going to explain a concept he is not ready to explain. Today, my guest is my roommate, New York City comic, Dan Lamorte.
Yep, roommate first, comic second. That's how I get brought up on stage.
That's right. It's an important credit. How would you save baseball? You know baseball. It's in decline.
It's in decline.
Yeah, former college athlete.
Yeah, former baseball player. Tommy John surgery. Let's put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame 1.
I think that's important, right?
Important, but then steroids, all the players. I think that's been said throughout some form of steroid that everyone takes, so everyone's on an even playing field. Because we want to see the home run, but then if the pitcher's on the steroid too, we get the fastball.
We like that. Roger Clemens pitching to Barry Bonds.
Exactly. That was like big TV.
That was great TV.
Bring that back. If you could get away with the cheating, you're allowed to do it. Not like the Astros, though. I don't want no video cameras involved. Like old school thumbtack. I used to like sandpaper in the glove.
Classy cheating.
But they say you got to make baseball younger. How do we appeal to a younger crowd? I'm not sure.
Who's the face of baseball right now? Does anyone know who Mike Trout is?
Well, it would have been Shohei Ohtani, but he had a tough year with Corona. You know, it was hard to make him the face.
That was tough. I think this. If fathers didn't pass baseball down to their kids, it'd be fucked already.
It is such a tough kid sport because you need to have such a good attention span at such a young age.
Yeah, it's patience.
They like make fun of the kid who's in the outfield picking daisies, but that's what else are you going to do? It's time consuming.
I think almost baseball's almost just fucked inherently because it's like TikTok generation. We like basketball. We like jumping. We like fast.
I guess it just got popular because there was nothing else. They were like, they would go on a train around to places and hop off and then just play a game for the people.
Baseball was kind of like the first organized sport. So it's like,
well, this is like the circus.
This is better than reading.
I mean, that's the best thing about baseball is the names. Oil Can Boyd.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
You know, you get guys like named Dusty. Where else do you meet Dusty? Yogi.
Yogi, yeah. You go back to the old one like Pee Wee Reese.
Yeah, even Pokey Reese. When you hear about like David Wells or like getting a hot dog while he's in the bullpen, that is the kind of shit that keeps it interesting because it's the only sport where you can do that. There is no basketball player that can have a chili dog and then go back on the court and sprint up and down.
Yeah, players back then, they really, they all had opioid addiction.
They were all on speed. That's the fun shit. I almost wish they had like a steroid lottery where like once every 5 years you could roid.
Yeah, you know what else I've always liked the idea of, which could save baseball, is in the playoffs, the teams that make it are allowed to bid on 2 other players, 1 pitcher and 1 hitter. You never really get to see Trout in the playoffs.
You know you don't.
So you would automatically have him in there.
If you hear horns outside, there's nothing I can do. It reminds me of like the Republican Party. It's like, okay, your parents are kind of Republican, and many times they'll pass that down to the youth.
Oh, baseball is so Republican. Like, it's advancing, even though they don't want it to, but they would still love it to just be an all-white league again. Baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet. It's America. It's funny that baseball worked. That's like one of the few things they still have left.
They still call it the pastime. I feel like that has to be football now. Unless when you are the pastime, you're always the pastime. Does a pastime change?
Well, because it's past time, so you can't...
So it's just there.
It's just there. Baseball is, that's what it is. It's just there. No, I think the most viral baseball clips are when a pitcher gets hit in the head.
Or like when Randy Johnson hits a pigeon.
Hits a bird,
You know, it's like shit that doesn't belong on the field. So steroids, animals on the field, streakers. Can we start showing the streakers, please?
They always cut away from it. I don't really know why.
You're on a delay. Give me a blur.
What else could save baseball?
You have to do all this goofy shit with it, almost like it's Harlem Globetrotters.
Minor League Baseball is insane because in New Jersey, our big food is the pork rolls. Like, they'll make the players wear like a pork roll uniform sometimes. Because they need all the gimmicks in the minor league baseball.
Oh, you really do. Especially minor league.
Like Mr. Belding bobblehead night.
These Mud Hens tickets just aren't selling like they used to. Has there been a Derek Jeter since Derek Jeter?
Trout, but he's like... He's not on a big enough team.
I don't even know what his voice sounds like.
I feel like he's been in a sandwich commercial or 2. I think what we're coming to is there might not be a way to save baseball.
I don't think there is a way to save baseball.
They want to get rid of umpires, but people like to see the arguments.
But like the umpire at least still kind of sells the fucking old-timey, because at this point it's like nostalgia almost.
And let players get into collisions again.
Maybe they go the hockey route where they're more lenient on fights.
Okay, so
Because
you
a good
do like
baseball fight.
You do a tiny collision, step back,
Yes.
fight.
Yes.
I mean, every
'Cause,
baseball fight is like the bench is clear, and then everyone just gets a light jogging.
you know, you don't normally have like Pedro with like Don Zimmer in a headlock. Don Zimmer, American hero.
Pedro Martinez, Dominican hero.
Dominican?
I don't know. I went for it.
I don't know. I think you're. No, I don't think you're right. He's from the same place as David Ortiz? Maybe.
I think so. One would think.
All right, we'll look that up. What if it was 6 innings?
Yeah, but then that gets rid of the whole bullpen. Unemployed, chubby men.
That's true. There's nowhere for them to go.
No.
Like, where do
a lot
you-
of new Home Depot workers coming into the work
I think
field.
that's all it is. Gimmicks, T-shirt cannons, bobblehead night.
Maybe that's what we need, a new baseball movie.
Bull
There
Durham.
hasn't been one in a while that like gets people excited about baseball.
Baseball hasn't changed, so you're not going to do a better Field of Dreams, a better Bull Durham.
I think
I'm
you
not going
do
to
a
lie.
story about a player who does steroids, gets big, gets caught. You do like the whole thing.
Yeah,
You humanize this steroid experience.
Is he a good guy?
Man, I don't know. I haven't written him out yet.
I don't think it's going to get any better than that. There is no way to save baseball. Dan Lamorte, thank you so much.
Take me out to the ball game.
Yes, sir. Until next time.